teams has to win, one of them has to lose. And look, we know there's a lot of talent on these teams, and we give them a hard time because we kind of set the bar high for them. And, you know, Team Liquid yesterday, you go think back to their denied matchup, and you think, you know, for most of that series, I think you got a pretty good control of the game. It felt like Team Liquid were playing in sync, but that shot never came through. And they're almost giving up the first goal right off the bat as Singularity coming out hot.
And I do really like that play from Singularity. They did a good job of just spotting that they could take an extra touch, try and set up for a nicer shot for themselves. But I think this is going to be nice for us as well, Corelli, because we got to cast both of these teams yesterday. And, you know, we weren't glowing with our reviews. So it's going to be nice to be able to turn around with all these teams and say, all right, this is a bit better. We're going to see which one that is going to end up being. That missed touch from Speed, certainly not going to help out. And that is a double commit as well. Just catastrophic amount of mistakes. They're not going to get away with it, but now Scrub Killer catches him out. Speed needs to reset his rotation here. Gets himself 100 boost, and he will be back into it.
Oh, great job by Speed. That second touch after the first challenge was crucial to get down that sideline. And Ronicky as well. He was the one who landed on that initial shot from the Singularity side. But you can already see, I mean, that was a little dangerous there on the defensive side of things. We even saw it a lot yesterday. Sometimes Team Liquid have to send 2, even 3 players at some point to get the ball out of their end. You can even see now in the first minute of this game having a double commit on the goal line.
Has been Singularity. They've had the better chances so far. On occasion, Team Liquid getting caught up. Scrub Killer has got Hibs available, goes to him. And again, it was a good shooting opportunity for Team Singularity. Can't quite find that finishing touch, but they are much closer to the final product than Liquid have been. Ronicky decides just to boom and clear. He's going to be able to follow. This is more of what I want to see. Don't overplay it. Just make it awkward and then see what you can follow up on. Demo. He has just got it over to Ronicky, and there we go. Team Liquid have got there first.
And that is what I think Team Liquid really need to replicate as they go through this series. That was great pressure. Like you said, they put the ball in a very awkward spot. And then there's a demo that came out. They got the double commit to come out from the defensive side of things, the Singularity. So for Team Liquid, it doesn't have to be the most pretty goal. It doesn't have to be the most elegant passing play ever. You just got to put the pressure on them and wait for those mistakes to come, and they certainly did here with their first goal.
Maybe Team Liquid have got part of the contract that they get a bonus if they're in the top 3 plays.
Exactly.
Speed over to the side. That's a well-read touch, though, from Scrub. Trying to prioritize the mid 100 boost. Roniky's going to go all the way to the other side of the field now.
Oh, great.
Giving him a lot of space. But finally realizing my team's not getting out of here anytime soon. Better come back. Ronicky, nice touch around Hibs. Can't quite get the flick he was after. Liquid looking a little bit more confident now, despite what was a start that went against them. Ronicky sets himself up. Breezy will keep it out. Back and forth here in game 1.
Yeah, quite confident from Team Liquid moving downfield. Again, I think right now the biggest thing for them is keeping that defense intact, but they seem to be in good control moving downfield when they have a bit of space. And a quick shot to maybe catch the defense out. Speed having to put another one on. Breezy to clear it away. Another shot. That's everyone from Team Liquid getting involved in the shooting department there. Still can't break the defense. You have to give credit to Singularity there. Good formation to stay in front of the ball and clear that one out.
Oh, good bump as well. Speed will not be able to react, and Ronicky has to recover. Bumped in midair when he attempted his first save. Second one, nobody around to stop him. But this backboard is more than open and available. Singularity again off target. That's the 3rd shot they've had now. That probably should have resulted in a goal.
And that's a painful one for Breezy as well. It goes off the inside of the post. Breezy had another attempt. Hibs, I don't think he's going to get up to that one and out. Team Liquid trying to break out. Scrub doing a good job to deny it initially. And a double commit from Breezy and Hibs. Breezy still on the ball. Good first cut. Gets the dunk on Speed. And Singularity still trying to keep this attack alive.
Yeah, Singularity just starting to work with the advantages they've got, and they've had them throughout the entirety of the game. Scrub Killer realizes unchallenged, decides to go low, takes out 2, 1 each.
I love the communication coming out from his team. Scrub had the eye on the ball the entire time as it floats across the box. Realizes he has so much space to work with. He doesn't have to one-time this ball, brings it down, forces a tough challenge for the last man on the goal line, and throws it through the defense. Great play by Scrub. Singularity find the equalizer.
Shooting was, oh, no way. Oh, he almost managed to get it to land on him. A musty flick into a mid-air 1-2 shot. That would have been, well, certainly the bonus going to them, apparently, as Breezy's going to move on in. And Team Singularity have turned on the Jets in this final minute, finding the shots that they couldn't.
Oh, Fruity got bumped out of the way. That's why he couldn't stay with the ball. Hibbs gives them a bump right in the tailpipe, moves them just in front of the ball, lets Breezy come through, and that's tough for that last defender. It's tough to react to that oncoming attacker with so much momentum behind the ball. And like you said, Singularity now, less than 30 seconds to go. The offense has been turned up 11 shots in their favor. We really haven't seen much from Team Liquid since the beginning of the match.
Scrub Killer takes his time. Speed tried to just swat the ball away from him, but he's still taking multiple players out. This is where you want Scrub at his best, where he can just dance around the field. He'll always get the transition for you. Doesn't need the goal, especially when his team is up by 1. Speed's got the ball in the air. That's at least one part done. But Scrub will try to guide it. Speed was getting bumped by Hibbs. There was a double commit. Ronicky might be able to recover. Still keeps it in the air. Has to drop to the floor for the game to be over. Speed, will he have the infield option? Ronicky is on the far side. There's a lot of work to do for Speed. Manages to get midfield, and Hibbs intercepts. Team Singularity take game 1.
And it was a bit of a slow start from Singularity. This wasn't, you know, coming out hot right out the gates. Team Liquid, I think, actually looked better in the first half of this game, minus maybe a couple double commits on the defensive side of things. But Singularity really turned it up halfway through this match. I think they found their form, they found their stride, and they really gave Team Liquid a tough time on defense. And it kind of goes back to the initial point that I made. If you go back and watch the film yesterday, especially against Denied, Team Liquid really struggled by sending too many players to the ball on the defensive side of things. And again, you're seeing that here. That chaos is kind of where Team Singularity thrive on the Liquid end.
Absolutely. On Liquid, I did notice one thing in this game that we didn't get from them yesterday, and that is the much longer Ronicky rotations where he challenges and he's happy to stay downfield for a little while, maybe go and steal the back boost, even though his team is still under defensive pressure. That is something that we saw from him when he was on Barca. Now, does give a couple of options. One, he can be cleared to, but I think the other thing that we saw him evolve into in the second half of the last split is the demos on the way back on the third player. If he can start incorporating that, it might give him a chance to start helping what has been a difficult time for Team Liquid when it comes to getting their clears. So far, Singularity have managed to keep them held back for quite a while. Here we go, game number 2. And it'll be all panic stations already for Team Liquid if they end up losing this game, because they will require a reverse sweep just to maintain their position in this regional. Drops down. Fruity's going to start moving on in. Difficult time for Ronicky to rotate out, as he seems to just be accidentally following the ball. Ronicky double tap. He's got the crossbar. Speed with a follow-up shot. Didn't need any power on it. Just had to make sure it was on target.
Yeah, great initial touch here from Ronicky to follow this one up. Just couldn't get over it enough. It was a tight angle to hit, but great follow-up from Speed, knowing that was a tough shot for Ronicky. And Team Liquid on the board first here in the first 40 seconds or so. And that's a great start for Team Liquid. Like we've been talking about, they've struggled to find the back of the net in many of their matches yesterday, and then of course here today already. And getting one here in the first minute is a great way to start things off.
Singularity still finding a lot of success over in that Team Liquid corner. Might have another one. Scrub Killer tried to chase down Ronicky. Might even be available for the pass. He will be. Up goes Scrub. What a play!
Look at the space afforded to Team Singularity as well. This is the second time Scrub has so much space almost inside the box of Team Liquid. Nobody on the challenge. That last man in the net, no way he can save that. Scrub Killer, great job, and a good pass down from Hibbs as well. But Team Liquid, they've got some gaps in the defense right now, and Singularity are exposing them.
And one thing from Speed is that he keeps arriving to the defensive play so early that he ends up having to either go past the line that he'd want to take, or he just has to stop moving. Either one, not ideal for him. On the last one, he had to turn all the way around to the backboard again, and no one challenges. And if no one's going to challenge Singularity right now, they are going to be more than happy to score.
And it's just happening so fast, too. Great pass from the ceiling. Hibbs is already there. The defense from Team Liquid hadn't even jumped yet. They weren't even up for the ball. And Singularity, just that pure speed, literally just being faster to the ball right now. And Team Liquid just couldn't react.
Ronicky, he wants to set up. Don't get it. Scrub Killer. They're on time. There's more urgency right now for Singularity than there is for Liquid. Pass. Scrub Killer would have liked to have been a little bit further wide, so we could have received it. Fruity will be turning up. Will Ronicky go for him? Instead, Ronicky solo plays and easily taken away by Hibbs. And Hibbs has already got it past Fruity. Here comes Breezy to help out. It's on the goal line and cleared by Ronicky. That corner has been the best friend to Singularity throughout this series, and they are continuing to find success. With Liquid, they have to find a response to it.
Singularity really do work the corners quite nicely in the offensive third. And like you said, Liquid, I think it really comes down to the positioning of the defense and the communication, because a lot of times two players go from Liquid, and that's a great passing play. Fruity couldn't put it away, but two players go from Liquid and they leave space for Singularity to take advantage of, and they're just playing at a pace that's so much faster than Liquid at the moment.
Speed. Looks like a passing option. He's not going to turn up for a while, though. And Breezy might have a chance to try and set up here. He will indeed do so.
Breezy.
And Breezy wipes out all three members of Team Liquid.
Look at right here. Wave dash, catch up to the ball. He had no boost to work with. That was the fastest way he could have gotten to that ball. That's truly some impressive stuff from Breezy to force that play to happen. And great follow-up, of course. But that was all Breezy to make that chance happen.
Singularity are clicking here. Yesterday, we saw a lot of individual attempts. Today, they're using the individual brilliance to open up space. Bring the next player in, and it is working a charm. Speed will be able to recover. Not going to go for the reset. He is, actually. Just let's go about it a bit more difficult of a way than he was initially expecting. It's a good flick over this time. They've got it past through. And what a play that is. A little bit of life here.
Yeah, great speed from Fruity, but look at this flip reset from Ronicky. The defense, I think, hesitated for just a moment with that flick. I think Ronicky got a little bit more than those last two defenders expected on Team Singularity, and Fruity knew all the way and was quickly up to that ball. That's the speed that Liquid needs if they're going to contest Singularity.
Ronicky might have just got them to misread it a little bit, because everything we've seen from Liquid so far says that that's going to be a much more direct pass to Fruity. Haven't really tried to run onto too much so far. That one was just Ronicky opening up the space and saying, hey, Fruity, well, here you go. Let's see what you can do with this. There might be a shift that can help them here. Going to be off target. Minute and 20 left. Team Liquid still trailing by 1, but Ronicky back to the backboard. Has had some success off the double commits. Or the double taps. Had no success with the double commits.
Ill-advised in most cases, but sometimes they can work out. Here's Ronicky trying to pick it up in the corner. Scrub actually misses the ball. It's wide open. Equalizer found for Ronicky on the huge defensive miss.
And Singularity have looked so good all series, and it's a complete blunder. Over in the corner. Team Liquid back in it. 3 each. Next goal is huge.
And that's a painful one to give up for Team Singularity, but you got to keep going. Got just under a minute left here in this game, but Liquid slowly creeping back in, and they'll take advantage of opportunities if you give it to them, as would most teams. Here's Scrub in the corner trying to work it again for Singularity, as it doesn't work out for him this time.
Back to that corner. Liquid happy to see no orange cards trailing them, but here's Ronicky downfield. This is where Team Liquid would like him to be. Target man to really open up their rotation. Fruity keeps the pressure going. It's another good read by Scrub Killer, and they might actually be through here if they can just get it past Speed. Decide to take their time. They prioritize 100 boost. They've taken Speed out now. Taking Ronicky out as well. The bump. Fruity has to try and be proactive. He's now removed from the play. Team Singularity can't find too much else. They're playing for the long haul here. And booming clear from Ronicky gives them a little bit of help. Fruity
this is dangerous.
One more time, but here comes Scrub Killer to win it off the backboard. Nobody available for the rebound. We have overtime.
Scrub trying to make up for that defensive blunder earlier. Couldn't finish it here. And into overtime we go in game 2.
Breezy tries to get rid of Speed. He's managed to at least get it past Ronicky, but Speed darting around the offensive demos. That's to the corner. Ronicky and Fruity both in the same position. That means that Speed can't really go midfield for the passing option. Breezy has had a fantastic performance in this game. Can he deliver them a winner? Scrub Killer back to the wall there. Gave Team Liquid the chance to come back into this off the backboard. Scrub challenges first time. There's no real pace on this right now. As Liquid do double commit, it won't affect them at all.
And again, Liquid, I don't know if it's a communication thing or don't trust each other, but Hibbs comes through on the touch. I didn't even expect it to happen. It just happened so lightly and so quickly. And 48 seconds is what Team Singularity needed to take down Liquid in game 2.
So Breezy earlier on got ridiculous wave dash recoveries to try and continue the scoring chance. And again, it is another recovery play for Hibbs that will give Singularity 3 match points. Team Liquid have now got their tournament lives on the line at the earliest possible moment in the tournament. They could be the first team eliminated. We've currently got Denied and Rick's GG happening at twitch.tv/UGC. That one has just finished, but that one is 1 each at the moment. Singularity 2-0 might be about to get rid of Team Liquid first.
There's a lot of good coming out from Singularity, and I think they had a couple defensive blunders that kept this game close. But when you look at the offense and the output that Singularity had, the chances that were created, I mean, even the individual opportunities where it was something that Liquid didn't have all game. And for Singularity, that's, I think, that consistent play style. They've been able to string this together now for a couple games that are going to win them series like this, that even push them further in this tournament. Team Singularity, they're looking real good right now, Shogun.
Certainly are. Scrub Killer wants to take out Ronicky. These bump plays having a lot of success, but a booming clear means Scrub will be by himself. Might be available for the challenge. He certainly is. A bump on Breezy. Ends up just colliding into the ball. Drop over to Fruity. What a passing play. Almost found the double tap. Speed decides to dive on in. Now Team Liquid have got to try and retreat. It's a good play from Fruity to buy them some time. In fact, they can try and keep a hold of this for a little while longer. Can they pick up those 100 boosts? No, it's Breezy. Wins the challenge. Singularity back out, but it might only be momentary. Fruity has forced the challenge out from Scrub. This play might be fizzling out here.
Missed by Fruity. Ronicky there to at least pick things back up for Team Liquid, and they are spending some time here in the offensive third, and that's a dangerous ball across the box from Speed. And over to Ronicky now. He couldn't pick it up either. It's still that midfield controlled by Liquid. Fruity up to it quickly. This might just go in for him. Ronicky's there. Oh, he's missed the shot. It was wide open. That's the shooter. And yet Ronicky couldn't come up with it.
There was more degrees available there where it would go on target than there was off target. And somehow, some way, we are still at no goals for either team. Gonna have to put that to the back of his mind now and immediately get back onto the hunt for this goal. Here's Scrub Killer. We've already seen Singularity face a little bit of competition towards the beginning of the games and then start to grow into it. They'll be looking to do the same thing here. Definitely Team Liquid looking like the stronger of the two teams right now. It's going to drop into the midfield. Scrub Killer, good touch. Liquid having a lot of possession. And not getting the goal for it just yet. Ronicky tries to find Speed. They're now going for the complete outpace right now at Team Liquid. There's no real aim to any of these passes. That one will be aimed towards Speed. But Breezy has the read on the play. And now Hibbs one-on-one against Ronicky. What can Ronicky do to keep this one out? Absolutely nothing.
This is great from Hibbs. Looking to pick this one up and slow play Ronicky. Wanted to pick it up. I think it got away from him a little bit, so he just decides to block. And Ronicky, a little bit panicked coming back. Didn't know what option Hibbs was really going for until it was too late to see that ball just float right on by. Great play from Hibbs. He knew he had backup as well, and Ronicky was the last man back. And Singularity get the go-ahead goal.
Could be the goal that puts Team Liquid out of this. Scrub Killer. He's going to go solo yet again. Fruity already up, but that's so much boost used. Did not have the option to use the backboard. Play from Fruity, nobody around. Hibbs once again wants to go solo. He's managed to get another 2 players gone just for him. Singularity have now grown into this game. What can Team Liquid do? Fruity launches it for Ronicky. A lot of work for Ronicky to do here. Was never going to be able to really set up for the double tap. So it's going to drop down. Speed can't find Scrub. Means that he can get crucial contact. I mean, it's off target. And whilst it's good pressure, none of it is really all that threatening. Team Singularity doing all the right moves to keep the ball away.
Right, it is good defense from Singularity. It's very direct from Liquid as well, and it's not super creative from them. It feels like everything is directly at the net. Singularity just has to play what's in front of them. They don't have to worry about that second or third option. And a lot of shots kind of glance across the box as well. They're not, on target, or at least if they are, they're not hit with such pace that makes it tough for any defender to make the save. And Singularity, while sure they're having to play some defense, I'm not really sure they're too upset with what they're having to deal with right now.
It was defense that gave them access to their first goal. Straight off the counterattack, past the speed is behind him, and okay, apparently all of Singularity are determined to get some sort of own goal. Maybe it was, maybe they were just so unconvinced by the offense so far, they decided to themselves a little bit of a test, but that one will wake him up. Hibbs has to smother the shot from Speed. 1 minute on the clock. Team Liquid on the verge of going out first in this tournament. Speed can't double tap. Ronicky won't have a passing option because Fruity's all the way back on the halfway line. Instead, Scrub Killer with Hibbs in the midfield. Can take it, might try and pass it back. Instead, Speed takes it away. 40 seconds here, Corelli.
Yeah.
And very little time to turn this around.
And Liquid has spent a lot of time with the ball in the midfield. Here's finally a good setup where someone's able to pick it up. That comes clean off the back wall. 30 seconds now. Liquid looking for the passing option, but I think it's going to get cut out. And Speed does a good job to rotate all the way back and actually picks it up for Team Liquid. Now 20 seconds, and that's actually a fine clear by Hibbs. The bounce clear and the bump. Is that space for Breezy? As it will go in for Breezy. I thought the save was going to be made by the last man, but Singularity might have just sealed the deal.
What a pick by Scrub Killer. Sees that Speed wants it and wipes him out. And Team Liquid, this is the worst possible start. Speed will clear long. They've got to score off this if they are to even have a chance. But it does look like it's going to go away from them. Team Singularity march on. Team Liquid are eliminated first. And there will be a lot of questions to answer in Regional 2.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of questions and a lot of things that I think Team Liquid have to work on here. But for Team Singularity, I want to give them a lot of credit. This was a great series from them. I thought Breezy and Hibbs actually looked phenomenal in this series. I think Scrub played fine just as well, but Breezy and Hibbs really stepped up, and they really looked like a solid duo on that attacking front, and it was actually Scrub finding that defensive third man to really lock things down, except for that one miss on the back wall. We won't talk about it for him, as they do win the series out anyway. And for Team Liquid, like you said, it really is, the cliche thing is to say back to the drawing board, but I think it's true for them here. Whatever they brought out here in this first regional, it's not it. They got to come up with something different in the second one.
Yeah, certainly. So, I mean, from Team Singularity, we were mentioning yesterday, we like the individual plays. We feel like all three of these players very, very talented when it comes to when they've got ball and boost and just trying to rip defenses apart. But what can they do after that? Well, we got to see today, all right, now they're playing off the ball much better. They're giving each other passing options. We already saw the bump plays were phenomenal. There was no good time for Team Liquid just to relax in defense, because if they are in defense, they are constantly being hunted by the attempted bump. So a very, very difficult time for Team Liquid and a fantastic time for Team Singularity. But we do need to find out who they are going to be playing. I have to also go and deal with a very, very smug Jorby, so that'll be a fun time for me. But when we come back, it is going to be Drifters against Fadeaway.